Hello Art 2 students, welcome back. We are on segment 3 of our monochromatic snowscape. Before we start adding to our painting, we are going to practice drawing some trees. So we're just going to put our painting aside and just get out some blank paper, and we're going to practice some trees. So I'd like you to find your thinnest brush, your smallest brush, okay? And just dip it in a little bit of water, and then we're going to use our black paint here. So dip your brush in the water, dip your brush in the black paint, and then bring it over here to another pan. And what we have here is a little bit of a watered down black. That's just so that we can smooth, make easier lines with it. And now I just want you on your paper to practice making some nice lines. So practice some lines. These are going to become our trees. So practice making some nice lines, getting control of that paintbrush. And this is just done with our black and that little spot of water. And that spot of water helps us make these nice, clean lines, okay? So that's step 1. Alright, so since this is a monochromatic color painting, we're still going to be only using our black, Mediterranean blue, and white. So I'm going to put this paintbrush over here in the water, and I'm going to get my larger flat brush and dry it off. So I've got the larger flat brush here, and I'm going to dip the tip of my flat brush into the black paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the first layer of my tree. So I'm going to take the flat brush and just give the tip, make the tip of my tree, and I'm going to turn my brush, and I'm going to do something like this. I'm tapping so that it looks like I've got all those little branches on there. And remember, trees look all different ways, guys, so we're going to figure out what kind of tree we like the best. Okay, so we'd like you to go through and do that with all of your little tree trunks here that we've made, and just practice. Remember, I don't have a lot of paint on my brush, it's just dipped in the tip, and then I just dab on here. I would not go, some people I see them do like this, they'll just do this, and then everything will be in a line, but we don't really want our tree to look like that. So I'd say, you know, do some here and then vary it a little bit. And I also see people doing this, they'll do like the zigzag going down. Well, that doesn't really look like a tree either. So you just sort of have to play around with it and figure out what like little dabbing technique gets you the best result. I just dab, and I dab all the way down to the bottom. So we've got 2 nice trees there to work with. And I want you to just keep on practicing. If we were in class, we'd spend almost a whole period practicing these trees. Yes, I am dabbing. I could also try some different techniques. I could try, you know, scrubbing it on a little bit. And that looks okay. I sort of like the dabbing technique best. So I want you to practice that until you get all your trees done. If you mess up, just make a new one. It's okay. This is practice. So we need to practice the trees before you try to put a tree on your painting and then you don't like it and then you can't fix it easily. So let's get our practice done now. Alright, so after you've practiced all your trees, I'd like you to wash the black out of your brush. Remember, so far we've only used black. We always start with the darkest color and move up. Wash out my brush really good, dry it off really good. And now I'm going to make that dark blue again, so I'm going to add some blue to my black. So I'm making a dark blue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of tip the tops of each of these branches that I made. So I'm just tipping the tops of these branches, and I would like you to do this to all of your trees. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep on doing this till you get to all of them. If you need to mix some more paint, you just use your mixing colors. This way we still have our clean blue, we still have our clean white. We're just using our mixing colors right now. So we're just going to tip these. This is sort of like a dark sort of a navy blue that we've created with this blue plus the black. It's going to be the first of our layers. So I'm going to do these a couple while you're doing all your trees. Remember, pause this video until you get what you need done, and then pick it up when you're ready to move on. It's the great thing about these videos. Just pause it whenever you need to stop. All right, so I'd like you to keep on going and doing the rest of your trees. And then we're going to wash out our brush, dry it off, and then I'm going to end up using my regular blue. This is the blue with nothing in it, just blue. And then I'm going to tip my branches with the blue. Remember, we're starting to build this value. Building the value slowly but surely. And I'd like you to go ahead and do this to all of your trees. Practice, practice, practice. I have drawn a lot of trees in my life. So just practice and practice. And then you're going to wash off your brush. Remember, I want you to practice all of your trees. Wash off your brush, dry it off, and then I'm going to do the same thing, tipping my paintbrush in the white, and now it's sort of our final layer. So now we're going to be adding snow caps to our trees. So we're just going to come in here and add little tips to our trees so that they look like they've just been snowed on, just finished snowing. And go ahead and do that to all of your trees so that you can get some good practice. So you're snow capping. We don't want to cover up all of that work you've been doing. So this should be sitting like on top of your branches so that you can still see the layers below it and the different colors. Okay? So today was just practice. So go ahead and practice all of your trees until you are happy with them. I can always tell who's practiced their trees a lot and who hasn't. So show me that you can do some great trees. I would even love for you to send me your practice trees in a message when you finish those so that I can see all of the beautiful trees that you created. Okay guys, that's it for segment 3. I will see you next time.